Being a security guard often means long, quiet nights. But sometimes, quiet doesn't mean peaceful. These are true stories from guards who faced the unexplainable, the unsettling, and the downright terrifying during their lonely shifts. Our first story comes from a guard named Mark, who was assigned to an old, decommissioned hospital. The place had been empty for years, a maze of silent hallways and shadowed rooms. One night, while doing his rounds on the third floor, he heard the faint, unmistakable sound of a child humming. He froze, listening. The humming seemed to come from the old pediatric ward at the end of the hall. His heart pounded as he walked toward the sound, flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. As he got closer, the humming abruptly stopped. He swept his light across the ward's empty beds, dusty toys, and a chilling silence. He tried to brush it off as his mind playing tricks, but every night for a week, the humming would return, always from the same spot, always stopping the moment he got too close. He never saw anything, but he knew he wasn't alone in that forgotten ward. Next, we have a story from a guard at a modern high-tech office building. Everything was state-of-the-art, including the security system. One rainy Tuesday, around 3 a.m., the motion sensor in the main lobby cafe triggered an alarm on his monitor. He watched the live feed, expecting to see a glitch or maybe a small animal. Instead, he saw the wet footprints. They appeared out of nowhere, one by one, leading from the main entrance toward the elevators. They were clear, distinct, and leaving puddles on the polished floor. But there was no one there. No door had opened. No other alarms had been triggered. He watched, completely baffled, as the trail of wet prints simply stopped in front of the elevator doors. He went down to check, his boots squishing on the wet floor where the prints had been. The lobby was empty, the doors were locked tight, and the rain was still pouring outside. He never figured out who, or what, walked through his lobby that night. Let's move to a sprawling, dark warehouse on the outskirts of town. A guard named Sarah was on duty, and her only company was the sound of the wind rattling the huge metal doors. Part of her job was to make sure all the towering shelves of inventory were secure. Around 2 a.m., she heard a loud crash from the back of the warehouse. In Section G, when she got there, she found a single, heavy box had fallen from a top shelf, 20 feet up. It seemed impossible. There was no wind inside, no tremors, nothing to cause it to fall. As she was logging the incident, she heard another sound of soft, rhythmic tapping coming from deep within the aisles. She followed it, her flashlight beam dancing over endless rows of boxers. The tapping grew louder, more insistent, and seemed to be coming from all around her. It felt like dozens of people were tapping their fingers on cardboard, all at once. Terrified, she ran back to her office and locked the door, listening to the tapping echo through the massive warehouse until sunrise. Our final story is from a security guard at a historic theater, a beautiful old building known for its elaborate architecture and, as he would soon discover, its resident spirits. During a late-night patrol, he was walking across the main stage when he noticed something odd. One single seat in the center of the otherwise empty auditorium was folded down, as if someone was sitting there. He walked up the aisle to flip it back up, assuming it was an oversight from the cleaning crew. As he reached for it, the seat next to it slowly folded down on its own. He froze, his blood running cold. Then another seat, and another, one by one, in a neat row, as if an invisible audience was taking their seats for a show. He didn't wait for an encore. He backed away slowly, left the auditorium, and watched the empty theater from the security monitors for the rest of the night. The row of seats remaining stubbornly down, he said it felt less like a haunting and more like he was just interrupting something he was meant to see. These are just a few of the strange and unsettling experiences that security guards face when the world is asleep. They stand watch in the dark, often with only their thoughts and the shadows for company. What would you do in their shoes? Thanks so much for watching. If you have a scary story of your own, share it in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more chilling tales. Stay safe out there.